back to another Vintage Cube draft on Magic the Gathering Online. This is our opening pack. We have a lot of powerful blue cards in this pack. Counterspell, Preordain, Time Twister, Gush, Kappa Cannoneer, Occult Epiphany. Whatever we take from this blue pile, we're going to be sending a signal to our opponent that blue is open. On the other hand, Barrogoyf is a powerful card, and it is the only powerful black mid-range card in the pack. So I think I'm going to ignore all of these tasty blue cards, and we're just going to take this this guy right here, big old Goyfy boy. Right. In follow-up, we have Infernal Grasp, which does work in our mid-range strategy. We've also got a Wooded Foothills. We've got Ragavan. We've got Ragavan. We could do like a black-red kind of aggressive deck. Also got Blood Tithe Harvester. Yeah, like a black-red aggressive deck doesn't seem too bad. Ragavan it is. We have Quarry Steelcutter. That fits the strategy pretty well. We've got Blazemire Verge, which is good fixing for us. Quarry Steelcutter is just a really good card, though. Definitely encourages you to play more low to the ground, get more cheap spells. I think that's where we're going with it. Here we don't have much. We could do Talon Gates, I guess. This isn't like a crop rotation deck, though. We do Death Greeter's Champion. We do Snuff Out. Snuff Out is a spell that is free for Quarry Steelcutter purposes, so that might be the play. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Burst Lightning, right in our wheelhouse. We've also got a Dark Confidant, but that is not a card that a lot of people are high on unless they're right in the strategy for it, which we kind of are. So if Dark Confidant comes back around, we'd be pretty psyched. If Legion Extruder came back around, we'd be happy about that too. I think cheap burn spells are where we want to be. We've got Kitesail Freebooter, Slick Shot, Show Off, and of course,
Suplex City.
I think I'm actually going to take Kitesail Freebooter. Slick Shot obviously fits well in the Quarry Steelcutter strategy because we want to play a lot of spells. But I like having a little bit of disruption. And it is a 1/2 flop. We will go with that. We've got Amped Raptor, which is a way to cast 2 spells in a turn. Also got Tarfire. We're not really hitting an energy theme yet, so I think we are just going to play the Tarfire. Hopefully Amped Raptor comes back. We got Chain Lightning, Blackcleave Cliffs, Chainsaw, all 3 of which are cards we want in this deck. I don't think you can turn out removal like Chain Lightning. All right. Out of this pack, I guess we'll take the Herborg. It's fine. Monstrous Rage is +1/+1 in Trample. So +3/+1 in Trample. It's the standard card that everybody's freaking out about. I think I'm actually going to go Seasoned Pyromancer. Well, all right, if that Slick Shot guy comes back around, I'm going to regret this, but yeah, I'm going to take the Seasoned Pyromancer. All right. I will take that card, and there's the card that I was talking about. Tarmogoyf is interesting. Okay. Maybe this is a deck that wants green. Let's slow down. Let's not get tilted. I missed a pick. It sucks. We'll get over it. Broadside Bombardiers is solid. I would be pretty happy if Headliner Scarlet came back around. Reanimate is obviously good, but we're not that strategy this time around. Yeah, I think we'll just play Broadside. Badlands is perfect fixing for us, and there's not much else in this pack that we would want, so Badlands is... Any red fetch land would let us splash this green card very easily. Ignoble Hierarch can go well in this deck. Maybe this is a Goyf deck. Maybe we could play both Goyfs. Grist. Grist is very good. Caustic Bronco, card draw. Nado, of course, is a jerk. Yeah, Grist. Bone Crusher Giant would be good in this deck. Faithless Looting's not terrible because we've got the Goyfs. I think we're just going to take this guy. All right, there's another Goyf. We're literally Pyrogoyf away from having all of the Goyfs. We are throwing away with Rash's Theater, but yeah, this is Goyfs. Goif Town, USA. Goifing it up. There is Rabble Man. Take the Rabble Man. Carnage Interpreter is not bad. Not bad. Guys, Kratom made it all the way around. We'll put Chain of Smog in the sideboard. If we draft either of the cards that work with Chain of Smog, we'll consider running it. We have Orcish Lumberjack, Sowing Mycospawn. Mycospawn could go in this deck. There's a universe where this plays. Go with that. Yeah, earlier what I was trying to do was drag it, and it wouldn't let me drag because frequently you'll grab it and it won't drag. So you go to click it again and then it unselects it. It's a little bit buggy. Keen-Eye Curator, maybe that's a card that we play. Let's see. That might be a sideboard card for Graveyard. Reanimator Strategies. Yeah, I guess we could take Cursor. We could have Yavimaya and Urborg. Turn all lands into Bayous. This is cool. Alright. We have Mind Twist. Dreadhorde Arcanist. Let's think on that one. Because that gets back Burst Lightning, Tarfire, Chain Lightning. Not bad. It's been a while since I've seen this guy. Jeez. There's also an Abrade here. But Mind Twist plays well with all of the Goyfs. Well, not all of the Goyfs, just the Goyfs that care about your opponent's graveyard. Try it. There's Witherbloom Apprentice. Is this the time where I finally play Witherbloom combo? Like, we're not guaranteed to have it. We're not playing it with the intent of winning with it every time. But it is an option. Also got, of course, Fast Bond. Not playing Tamiyo in this deck, but Tamiyo is probably the best card in the pack. Doomsday is, of course, an option. Sentinel of the Nameless is deceptively good. Deceptive. I think we're going to take the Witherbloom, and we will put it in the sideboard for now. We'll think on it. God, there's Psychic Frog. Psychic Frog. Yeah, I can't afford to splash blue, unfortunately. I would love to. Oh my god. There's Scythecat Cub. I think we just kind of want to stay low to the ground. Yeah, if we weren't 3 packs deep, and I was fairly certain we were not going to be able to splash blue, I would take the Psychic Frog, but I think we have to just take our lumps, and we'll take a kitty cat. A Minsk and Boo, on the other hand. Minsk and the Boo. Boards for everyone. There's also Layla here, but yeah, Minsk and Boo. I don't think we're playing Fnatic. Sorin is Extort guy. Yeah. Delayed Blast Fireball. This could probably be a good sideboard card for the decks that have weenies that we need to chump through. Ooh, Strip Mine. I don't have anything that goes with it. I do have something that goes with it. I have Sowing Mycospawn. I just don't have a lot of ways to pay the kicker. Oh, there's so many cards here. Commercial District, Wasteland Verge, both fixers. Douthie Voidwalker would be sweet. Again, we're just so late into the pack. Yeah, we're skipping the Strip Mine. Windswept Heath gets both Taiga. No, it just gets Taiga. We have Unearth, which gets a lot of our creatures back. Yeah, Windswept Heath is a fixer. We'll take it. Also triggers our Scythecat Cub. Could also trigger Lotus Cobra. Or there's Galvanic Discharge. Just another removal spell. Yeah, we'll take the Lotus Cobra. And there's the Dreadhorde Arcanist right on cue. Yeah, we'll take the Abrade. And we'll take Sentinel of the Nameless. Copperline Gorge. Let's see. 6 and Baloth Prime. What's this guy? Yeah, we'll play 6. Fnatic. I don't think we're playing Rancor. So far, we've got a lot more playables than I think we can deal with. We're going to have to make some cuts for sure. And Forensic Gadgeteer. All right, let's put our lands to the side here. 31 cards. Probably want to cut like 7 cards then. We're not ramping hard enough for Mind Twist. Keen-Eye Curator is for the graveyard strategies. Fnatic Romus, like I say, we're not ramping. Sowing Mycospawn, we don't really have a way to play the kicker. 6 is the Retrace guy. I don't know that. Cursor, we're not a land stack. And Delayed Blast Fireball is for the sideboard. There's 24. But Yavimaya, Urborg, Taiga, Badlands, Blooming Marsh, Copperline Gorge, What's Teeth. That's pretty solid fixing. Plus we got Ignoble Hierarch. Adds basics. 4-3-2 sounds fine. Look at us playing Jund. A limited format. I'd love to see it. We'll see it in the first round. All right, we're here for our round 1 opponent, Michael McGowan. We won the die roll. This hand, I mean, it can cast Douthie Voidwalker. Not much else. That's a little sketch, but we can cast out the Voidwalker, so we have a creature to play. We're 1 land away from playing Barrogoyf, or Carnage Interpreter. A red or a green gets us to our other 2 cards. It's borderline. I can see myself mulliganing that one. Plays a Creeping Tar Pit. We have Kitesail Freebooter. We could see what their next play is going to be, but I think I'm just going to get the Douthie first. Plays Godless Shrine untapped. They have a play. It is a Talisman of Dominance. Still did not hit our land, but we do get to see where our opponent's up to. They're going to Brainstorm in response. They're hiding their hand from us. Interesting. They have Frantic Search and Lingering Souls. I guess we'll take the Lingering Souls. Attack for 3. It's the Prismatic Vista. Let's pop out Known Hand. Draw Stoneforge Mystic. Probably put there by the Brainstorm. I shouldn't say probably. It was definitely put there by the Brainstorm. And he gets Umuzawa's Jitte. That's a nasty one. And now he's going to search. Second main phase. Going to play the Thraben Inspector. Alright, we are not hitting our land drops. Bad sign. Bad sign indeed. Get in for 4 while we can. Jitte's going to start picking our guys off. Plays Frantic Search. And these are all cards that we can now get with Douthie Voidwalker. A lot of lands. Now he's going to put an equipment into the battlefield with Stoneforge Mystic. That is an interesting choice. Because for the same amount of mana, he could have cast it and then had Stoneforge untapped. He's going to get some tokens. He might kill the Kitesail Freebooter to get his Lingering Souls back. No, he's going to take out the Void. There, we finally get a land. Get in for 1. We could have played the Noble Hierarch there, but I think I'm going to play the Sentinel anyway. Now I don't care about this. And I don't really care about his hand. I only know lands at this point. There's Baleful Strix. Does he attack? Not. Monkey, you say? Alright, we're going to explore on the Sentinel. Land. Play the Ignoble Hierarch. He will only attack with the Kitesail. Get the trigger off of Exalted. If he wants to block, it has to be the Baleful Strix. If I was him, I probably would have moved the Jitte to the Strix. And play the Goyf. He's going to sack a clip instead. Tolarian Academy, huh? Full of Worlds. So they have a little bit of an artifact sub-theme. I mean, we're going to block. We're just going to throw all of our meat in the way. Why is he putting it on the Sentinel? You have a way to kill it now? Toxic Deluge for 2. Okay. So he's going to kill literally the whole board. Except for Tarmogoyf. Forgot there's no sorcery here. Cool. Well, we will get in for 3. And we will play his buddy, Barrogoyf. Goyf. It's going to destroy our Copperline Gorge. Okay. Appreciate you putting a land in our graveyard for us. Prismatic Ending on our Tarmogoyf. You have a second removal spell for the Barrogoyf. Lingering Souls. He's going to try to throw blockers in the forest. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to go ahead and Carnage Interpret. Attack with the Goyf. They're at 1 card in hand. They've got Lingering Souls in the yard, so they can put 2 blockers in front of Carnage Interpreter. They're not playing anything. They're at 2 life. I think I'm going to go ahead and crack a clue. Our opponent's just giving it up. That's fine. All right. Out of our opponent's deck, had some artifacts. They had like 1 graveyard card. I don't think there's really anything that we want to bring in. We still have the chain combo available to us. I don't think that we need to do all that. I think we're just going to play it. I did see a really sick combo with Grist the Hunger Tide using Agatha's Soul Cauldron and a way to put +1/+1 counters on the tokens as they come into play. So each token was getting like the Grist ability. Like if Grist was in your graveyard, then another creature with a +1/+1 counter would get all of Grist's abilities because he counts as a creature. And then you use it to make a token. That token would get a +1/+1 counter. It would get all of Grist's abilities. Just like endless tokens. This does not have nearly enough mana. We will mulligan. This feels a lot better. This has at least one of all of our colors. Yeah, we'll keep this. And I think we'll put the Snuff out back. Mox Sapphire. Demonic Tutor. It could be anything. I remember back in the day playing like during 4th edition, like in high school, like freshman year of high school. And like you'd have a Demonic Tutor and be like, oh man, I don't have enough lands. I can use Demonic Tutor to get a swamp. I can't tell you how many times I used Demonic Tutor for swamp. I'm going to play Tarfire here. Or I'm going to hold up Tarfire, rather, in case he plays a creature. I'd rather play Scythecat Cub on turn 3, so I can play it and then immediately land drop with it. That is a Stoneforge Mystic. That is a creature that I would like to kill. Tarfire, by the way, also really good in a deck with a bunch of Goyfs, because it counts as 2 different card types. We're going to play... Oh! I immediately screwed that up. What I meant to do there was play the Forest. So next turn I could play Scythecat Cub and then play Swamp. But that's okay. I got a little excited there. Thinking about the good old days of playing Demonic Tutor to find a land. Swords to Plowshares. So they're playing like a Stoneblade deck. And a Soul Guide. That's pretty good against the Goyf deck. Pretty good. Alright. There's Umezawa's Jitte. Means that I'm probably going to lose the Scythecat Cub, and I'm going to have to use a Braid on Jitte. Oh. Or not. Okay. Cool. I'm down with that. I'm not messing around. I'm going to destroy this now. Snapcaster Mage for Swords to Plowshares, I guess. It's kind of odd timing. Okay. Alright. They're not blocking. They get to do their cool card draw thing. Cecil Dark Knight. Okay. Well, we're just going to see if our opponent has any response to Nissa. And we are going to untap the Forest. And then we're going to tap the Forest for a Tarmogoyf. How do you feel about that? Fortunately, Tarmogoyf does count my opponent's graveyard. Well, unfortunately for my opponent. Fortunately for me. That is how the rules of the card work. It's frantic searching. Okay. Frantically looking for a solution. Keep on putting stuff in the grave for me. Thanks. Right. This guy does have Death Touch. I need to think about that. Okay. He's attacking. So how does this work? Yeah, it just has Death Touch. So I'll probably just block the Snapcaster Mage. and he deals 2 damage to himself. This is like a follow-up card to Death Shadow. Right, I'm thinking. All right, Carnage Interpreter. I feel like this is just an easy way to make 1,000 tokens. Play that first. Oh, I didn't need the red. Let's undo, 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 undo. There we go. That's what I want. Make some tokens. Turn the swamp into a critter. Attack. Whole lot of damage. And pass the turn. And I can flip 2 clue tokens on my opponent's turn. 2 from the forest, and then the swamp plus the ignoble is the other 2. And it's got a strip mine. He's hitting my swamp that is not a creature. Yeah, I think we are just going to kill this guy now. Sack for a clue. Burst lightning. Deals 2 damage to himself. And I should have enough meat on the table to kill my... Toxic Deluge for 6. You betcha. We still win though. Opponent had that. I mean, obviously we can Nissa the mountain and attack, so that is round 1. We'll see you in round 2. All right, we're here for round 2 of this vintage against our opponent Mikey. Obviously, we have won the die roll. We would like to play first. This is a hand, little land heavy, but not too bad. Little land heavy, but not too bad. Not going to get to play this Dauthi Voidwalker unless our top deck is a Urborg. But otherwise, we've got a good curve here. 1, 2, 3. Mountain. Ragavan. I guess if we do connect with Ragavan, then we'll have the treasure token to cast Dauthi Voidwalker. That is the correct play there. Opponent has a Flooded Strand. We find Nether. We'll see if Ragavan works. Or if our opponent just Swords to Plowshares immediately. Looks like we're going to get a strike in. We find a Plains, which we're not going to play. And it fetches with Flooded Stream. For a Hedge Maze. I like to think that the Hedge Maze is the Hedge Maze in The Shining. Just Jack Nicholson running around here with a fire axe. There's Atraxa. That is... It's a shame that Dauthi Voidwalker is just a tad bit late, huh? I mean, we will play it. Alright, well, it doesn't look like that they have reanimation set up. Right now, they're only showing blue and green. Maybe this is like a show and tell deck, or Natural Order, or Oath of Druids, or something like that. Alrighty. We'll play the Yavimaya. And let's just go ahead and rabble up. It's got a counterspell, got a remand, bet. Sneak across. They've got a Tifa Lockhart. Ooh, I'd like to cast her. I would like to cast her, but fortunately, I can only cast this here Nethergoid. I kind of want to build a Tifa Lockhart commander deck. Caracas, huh? That gets to bounce my monkey. I think before this guy gets out of hand, we are going to Zark him with lightning. I can Windswept Heath for Taiga to play my Rabble Master, so I will. It also bumps up my Nethergoyf. Rabble Man. We were walking head first into a board sweeper, though. Monkey gets bounced to hand. We have Remand under the Voidwalker, though. Let's see. It does change the clock down a bit. Alright, opponent's just going to give it up. Get to sideboarding. I'm still not seeing anything that resembles a Reanimator strategy outside of the fact that he put Atraxa in the graveyard. But I guess just to be on the safe side, we'll go ahead and play the Keen-Eyed Curator, and we'll take the Lotus Cobra out. Try it like that. This hand is not going to play anything until like turn 3 at best. I think we got a mulligan that one. This, if it could cast a Noble Hierarch, it would be worth it, but I think, I mean, we're 1 land away from casting Rabblemaster. We have some interaction. I guess we'll keep this. We're 2 colors away from Grist, though, so I think we'll pitch Grist. Opponent is putting a Cursor of Kruphix in. We have now Burst Lightning and Tower Fire. Would really like to find a forest now. That's not a forest. That is another spell that I can't cast. But I can double burn a creature for sure. Oh, Strip Mine, huh? Alright. Traveling Chocobo. That's a thing. I will Tar Fire this thing. Ooh. Probably should have mulliganed to 5. That is what's called hindsight. Hideaway Lane. Okay. Alright, opponent sees that I haven't made a land drop in 2 turns, and they haven't strip mined me yet, which is interesting. Not saying it's wrong. We are going to dash Ragavan, because we need that treasure token. Opponent's thinking on this one. I think that even though our opponent's not necessarily a Reanimator deck, the fact that they have strip mine and they look like they're a lands, like green kind of deck, where they might be recurring strip mine, it is probably a good idea for us to have our Keen-Eyed Curator in the mix. Alright, our opponent is finally come back. I think that they may have had to step away from their computer, because that was a extended pause. Hopefully they do not have a removal spell for Ragavan, because I really need this treasure token. Flooded Strand, unfortunately, does not find any cards in my deck, because I would... You know what? I probably still will play it. Can I play it? Or can I not play lands? I may cast that card, so I cannot play lands. Alright, opponent's playing something big. Icetilt Explorer. Additional land on each of your turns. You'll be playing lands from your graveyard. And whenever you land, all you mill a card. Okay. That's a good one. That's a good one. Guy's Cradle. Alright. I could kill this guy. I could Burst Lightning plus Chain Lightning him. And I'm probably going to need to do that. Otherwise, he is going to strip mine me every turn. And then I can play Ragavan with the Ignoble Hierarch. Or I could dash Ragavan, attack. He does, I don't know if he blocks. I don't know if he blocks. Yeah, we're not gonna play with our opponent there. We're just gonna Kerchow him right in the face. Invigorate, you say? Okay. Alright, well in that case, we play Tarmogoyf. We've apparently gotten the shadow form Tarmogoyf. Yeah, now we are never gonna have lands ever again. Okay, there's some Mycospawn. I mean, we're going to attack. I'm going to not scoop until I'm effectively locked out of this game. I have a 7/8 Tarmogoyf. Oh, I could have cast Ragavan there. Well, I guess he just would have Caracased it. But still, I could have Chained Lightning to Sowing Mycospawn. Totally forgot that I'm not completely locked out of casting spells. I do actually have a creature that can tap for mana. Okay. It's just going to make extra copies of this deal. I mean, with Windswept Heath in his graveyard, this is effectively like infinite land drops. What's this card under Shelldock? It is a Primeval Titan. I am effectively defeated. Keeping a hand that didn't have the right color mana, and then not drawing into a land, and then playing a guy who was just going to infinitely loop Strip Mine. Not a good chance I was winning that one, huh? Is there any changes we want to make to the deck? I do like the idea of having Keen-Eyed Curator in the deck. Doubt the Voidwalker is good to have in the deck. Haven't seen Minsc and Boo yet. I could bring in Sowing Mycospawn, but he has a lot of like ways to just get lands back out of his graveyard. I don't know if that's totally worth it. I think we're just gonna run it like this. See how it goes. All right, we will be on the play. We have a hand that can cast all of our spells. Keep. Copperline Gorge into Ignoble Hierarch. Grist on turn 2 is pretty solid. Noble Hierarch. We're going to play the Swamp as to not immediately fix him if he needs it. Undo. Green there. Yeah. Grist it is. Tifa. Alright. Double power. Does not affect your toughness. Let's reboot her. See what's going on. Cycling Lorn revealed. Okay. They get Hedge Maze. Let's see. Legolas's quick reflexes is a good one to pick up. But they just have Atraxa and lands in hand now. Make a token. I think we will Chain Lightning, Tifa, attack for 2. Opponent is in a tough spot for sure. Plays Sheldock Isle. 1 unknown in hand. Slick Shot's pretty good. And I think we are just going to try to get some damage in while we can. Attack, and currently have him on the 2-turn clock. There's the Hedge Maze. Sowing Mycospawn goes to the yard. They definitely need something akin to a board sweeper here. The opponent doesn't have it to take the match. See you in round 3. We are here for our 3rd and final round against Blaster McShooty. We've won the die roll again for the 3rd time in a row. We are so lucky. This hand is missing green and doesn't really have an early play. I think it's fine, but it's a little sketch. We will play around Wasteland. Exploration, playing against another lands deck. This guy, we could play the Nethergoyf, but I think we will just go ahead and crack this guy off before he starts getting in, changing life totals. Cursor of Crucifix. We'll play the Badlands now. And I guess we'll go ahead and cast Goblin Rabblemaster. He is going to get to block my Flower-Eating Goblin. Next turn, in theory, we'll play the Carnage Interpreter and the Nethergoyf, pitching the Nissa that we're very, very far away from being able to cast. Maybe getting somewhere with blue tokens. Once upon a time, they reveal a forest. And Traveling Chocobo. Do not attack. There's Grist, which we're a ways off from being able to cast. However, this is going to give us Planeswalker and Creature for our Nethergoyf. We got our Goblin again. Gonna gain some life. Gain some life. Lord. Okay. Yeah, we are unfortunately just a bit too slow this game. Gets a Hex Drinker back, but opts to not cast it. Interesting. He wants to second main phase it. Not interested. He's got Grist on top of his library. We find Chain Lightning. Draw a card. Get Bombardiers. Let's Chain Lightning Chocobo. Kills my Carnager. And now he's going to get a Garistas. Probably means we're game over. Get a very, very slow start. And yeah, he's just going to immediately have a Pro Creature. Wrist. He is destroying a creature. I think that we are done. Yeah. We'll go ahead and call it there. Let's go to sideboard. I don't think there's anything in particular we would sideboard against our opponent. More removal if we had it. I tell you what, we'll do it once. We'll do the chain combo once. How about that? Let's take out Nissa and I think Snuff Out. It's just our toughest to cast. We don't want to be paying for life and don't have to. Let's play this Smog combo. See if that ever works. Try to get it at least once before the league's over. All right. Man, again, we can't play the Hierarch. We are a mana away from Barragoyf, and we can cast Freebooter on 2 or a removal spell on 2. I guess we'll keep. Start with a mountain to play around Wasteland and pass the turn. Playing Once Upon a Time on our turn for City of Traders, Blooming Marsh, and Hayward. Well, there's our forest. We will play Urborg and Kitesail. He has no cards that I can nab. I do get to see his hand. Next turn, I am torn between casting Barragoyf or casting Ignoble and having a Braid handy. He plays the Hexdrinker. I think I'm actually just going to Abrade the Hexdrinker. Find Taiga. Play Ignoble. It's in for 2. And we will Abrade to deal 3 damage. No. This is an instant speed card. And we can let him spend his mana on leveling up first. That's what we... Swamp. So it looks like he's now going to play Sen. Now I will... 1. We find Windswept Heath, which will grow our Barragoyf. So here's a question. I could just play Chain of Smog as its normal effect. I could target my opponent, make them discard 2 cards, and then if they make me discard 2 cards, then I get to make them discard their hand. I don't know if that's worth it. Springheart on Sentinel. Land, meaning they get multiple Sentinels. We'll play Windswept Heath. We will attack for 2 in the air. Except Vigilance, not Reach, correct? Yes. Don't know if I have anything other than basic force that I can get with this Windswept Heath now. Opponent is going to have infinite Sentinels. Oh no, he's going to take this Insect token this time. What does that mean? Primeval Titan. Oh no. Alright. Now what? Opponent is getting it. Will fetch. Get a forest. It is our last. We will block. Find a Sentinel of our own. We will map token our Kitesail Freebooter. No. We might be able to pull it off. It's at the top of our library. I think we are just going to play defense. How many times can he strip mine us in one turn, right? Map token. City of Traders is going to go away. Map token on the prime time. Alright, what's going to happen? Attacking with prime time. Triggers Springheart and Nintoku yet again. Infinite Sentinels in the Nameless something or other. What's it called? Sentinel of the Nameless City. Yes. We will block the Primeval type. Basically washing the life and trading creatures. All right, are we going to get there? So if you haven't seen this combo, Magecraft says whenever you cast or copy an instant spell, the thing happens. Opponent loses a life, you gain a life. Chain of Smog, you can target yourself, and then continue to target yourself infinitely. So here's how this is going to go. Chain of Smog, targeting me. And we win. Yes. Okay. We got to settle it in the third. I was sweating that one. I should not have won that game. That literally just came up at the right time. Here we go. Playing for the trophy. Playing for the trophy. This is another hand that we just straight up can't keep. Our mana in this deck has been god-awful. That is a playable hand, even if it is a little mana heavy. We don't have any black mana, though, for Barrogoyf. Actually, I don't think we can keep that. I mean, at least we're playing lands. All right, we'll keep it. This is probably a losing hand, though. Bone Crusher Giant. My bones! Okay. Well, looks like our opponent is, gonna combo us pretty fast. Yep, that's Dark Depths combo. Alright, we are gonna extend a heartfelt GG to our opponent. They Dark Depths the shit out of us. Well, that is yet another Vintage Cube draft. We went 2-1. I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you for watching. Appreciate any likes and comments you leave me. Hopefully we'll see you soon in another episode.